Because when your government is in Kinshasa and you are talking about a country which is the size of Western Europe, the infrastructure is poor, you cannot be in effective control of the country. So the president can say what he is saying in Kinshasa, but the people in Goma can ignore him. The people in Katanga can ignore him because the territory is so big, the people are so divided, the interests are so diverse that it will take a combined effort of all Africans of goodwill to give them the ability to deal with the problem as it is. As it is now, it is not possible. They just don't have the resources, they don't have the personnel, and they don't have the, in my view, even the ability to pacify Congo if it is left to them. It's one that is not desirable at all. It is an undesirable conflict, but it would be a conflict that would bring in quite a number of neighbors if such a conflict were to take place. And let people not be cheated. And President Kagame has been on record as saying that we don't want any conflict, but if it is brought on us, then we are going to defend ourselves to the last person. And that is exactly what is going to happen. The assumption that Rwanda is a little country that you can overwhelm in a few days is completely misguided. And I hope that the administration in Kinshasa remains conscious of this, that Africa does not need a conflict of that nature. As I've already indicated, there are over 120 armed groups in that area, all of which have different commands. So what you would be bringing forth if there was a conflict of that kind would be chaos. It would be hell on earth. People would create an environment where they will just control little fiefdoms, where they mine and engage in illicit trade, which is completely undesirable. And remember that there are people within these territories who also would be acting at the behest of foreign powers. And I'm happy to hear that President Tshisekedi has now said that he is prepared to meet President Kagame. There was a time when he said he was not going to meet President Kagame, but wisdom is going to prevail. And I hope that in the next few weeks, there will be such a meeting between President Tshisekedi and President Paul Kagame, and that the tension would be eased, and that we would have rapprochement, and we would have a peaceful resolution to all the issues that are outstanding, if any, between Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. If I were to set out the agenda for President Tshisekedi and President Kagame, I would say, number one, let us discuss good neighborliness, let us discuss peace, and let us discuss the fate of the Congolese who are being said to be Rwandese. Recognize them as Congolese and give them their right to stay in peace in Congo. And once you've done that, let us then disarm all the combatants and let them be integrated in the forces of Congo, either through in the military or through policing. And let us have a joint commission which will monitor the situation between Congo and Rwanda at the border. Once you do that, then I believe that the other issues can then be discussed and discussed effectively. It's a combination of both. You cannot ignore when a mosquito is biting an elephant, the elephant must be concerned both about the mosquito and the pack of lions that want to attack. So the internal fighters would be the mosquito, but they are very irritating and very dangerous, and they can ensure that you can't even operate. The pack of lions are the foreign powers, and they come under different guises. They come under European Union, Chinese, and all they want are the resources. They'll give you a pittance, and they think and make you believe that you are being taken care of. So I think there must be a multi-track approach. enter into arrangements with those foreign powers that are mutually beneficial, so that if the Congolese want to engage with the European Union or the Americans or the Turks or the Russians, it must be on the basis of mutual benefit. And internally, you must also create an environment that is going to ensure that trade can be undertaken in a proper manner, so that you don't have conflicts which undermine the environment and poison the environment in which you want trade to be undertaken. So that can be done. These are things that can be done simultaneously, and I believe that a government that is convicted, a government that is clear in what its mandate is and what its goals are, can achieve all these. It has been done before, and I see no reason why it cannot be done in the Congolese situation, the complexities and the history notwithstanding.